Hello, my brothers and sisters. Hello, fellow lions. How are you? I hope all is well with you. This is Teacher Kaitesi. Okay. Now, this one is mostly for my African brothers and sisters. Okay. Fellow lions that are Africans. Yeah. This is a message for us. One, we have to know that we are the most powerful people. It is through us awakening that this Africa will change. If we awaken all the other fellow lions. We are the ones that are going to change this Africa. Okay? So please, let's start sharing our information with any other person that you know that is a black sheep of their family, that are Africans. Okay? Please, let's learn to share information with people who are like us, because we are the ones that are going to free the rest of Africa. So this whole thing that is ongoing, where we, as Africans, we feel that white people are oppressing us, and they seem to be coming back for a second colonization, yes? We need to be aware who is actually in charge of it. You see, I've realized that most of us, even personally myself, before the Spirit taught me this, I was blaming the white man. I was thinking, these guys have done enough to Africa. They have been taking our minerals, they have been enslaving our people, they have done all these things, and they are continuing to do it. So I was directing my negative vibe towards them, okay? But this is something Spirit has taught me. So like over the last week, I've been asking Spirit, how come things don't seem like they are changing? Look at what happened in Kenya. Look at how much they went through. But instead now, things look like they are not shifting. It's like we're getting stuck, like we're failing to free ourselves. And the reason why we are failing to free ourselves is because we are directing our negative energy towards the wrong people. White people are not the ones who are in charge of this thing. It is Africans. You see, when the white man came to Africa, for him to manage to conquer us, it's because there were certain Africans that worked with him, okay, that betrayed us, that went behind our back and worked with the Muzungu, and that is how he was able to subdue us. Just if you look at all these artifacts that were taken from Africa that are powerful, that were taken abroad, who told them what they do? Who told them which were the African gods that were strong? All those things that were taken from Benin in West Africa, who told them which ones to take? Who told them that these things were strong? It was the fellow Africans, the traitors amongst us. Okay? And these traitors amongst us are mostly in the elite, especially the elite who are in the Catholic Church. And a Catholic Church mostly. The Protestant Church, yes, but most of those elite who have that power are in the Catholic Church. If you notice and look back at the Catholic churches, and you see the people in those churches, those are very powerful people. They pretend not to have power, but they have so much land. They have so much power. Most of their children go to study abroad, even when they look like simple people. Those big people in the church, in the Catholic Church, every year they have visits to Rome. Us, we are thinking that it's the French, it's the Romans who are holding us down, it's the Europeans, but it's the Africans who are subduing us. They are the ones who go and give them our spirituality. They are the ones who taught them how to subdue us. They are the ones who taught them our rituals. They are the ones who told them what they could take that would break us. It is our fellow African elite. The elite Africans are the ones who have worked with the Muzungu to subdue us to this point. Okay? So for me, Spirit has been teaching me this, but it was seeming like such a complicated thing. So Spirit reminded me of something. A couple of years ago, there was a movie called, I wrote it down, Django Unchained. That was a slave movie, where it had Jamie Lee Foxx, it had Leonardo DiCaprio, and it also had Samuel L. Jackson. Do you remember how Samuel L. Jackson was always working against the fellow slaves? Yet when the slaves were there, he was pretending to be this humble man who is also going through problems. But he was in charge of the slaves, and every time the white men had their meeting in their home, he was always part of those meetings. He's the one who gave up all the information about the Africans, about the fellow slaves. He's the one who told them who was doing what. He's the one who told them these ones are in love. He's the one who told them how to subdue the slaves. Do you remember that movie? Please watch that movie if you haven't watched it. It's called Django Unchained. It was for 2012. Okay? Then, yesterday, just yesterday, as I was still struggling to understand this a bit more, yesterday I saw something on Instagram where the Pope was kneeling and kissing the feet of Africans. And these people were men with very modest-looking African men. Okay? And they were wearing those robes for Catholics, those robes, those purplish robes that they wear with a little hat. There was even a woman wearing a kitenge outfit. Okay? And this woman had very natural short hair. So they are very conservative and they look like very simple people. Like you wouldn't suspect that they are that powerful. But I saw the Pope go down on the floor and go and kiss this woman's feet. And then even getting up was so hard for him that they had to help him back up. Can you imagine the Pope kneeling and kissing the feet of the Africans? What Africans are these? How much power do they have? The moment I saw it, because Spirit has been teaching me this and I've been trying to understand and I've been trying to get examples. The moment I saw it, I just thought, what? What? The elite Africans are the ones who are selling us out. It's not even really the presidents, it's not really even the leaders, because these other people are silently moving in the churches. Remember that churches are counselors. Most of these Catholic churches are counselors. So they are the ones they know what's happening amongst the masses of people. These are the people who can subdue us spiritually because they know us, they know our culture, they know our ways, they know our rituals. And this is how the Muzungu has managed to suppress us all this time. He's being helped by the African elite, especially the ones in the church, in the mainstream churches, the Catholic, the Protestants. And if you notice, let me tell you, if you notice and pay attention to the Catholics especially, every year there are trips to Europe, to the Vatican. Those people that always go for those meetings, those are the people that are the traitors. They are the ones who go and give these Europeans information about us. For me, the Spirit taught me something. We Africans are the first people to have been created. Okay? We have the direct spirituality with the Most High. There is no way white people would have been able to subdue us without the help of our own people. Think about it. I want you to think about it logically. Spiritually, white people almost have no spirituality if you think about it. Because they don't even have like a culture. Most white people don't have an actual culture. Okay? So you cannot tell me that they have an actual spirituality when they hardly have culture within themselves. You look at the Americans and tell me if they have any particular culture. They all came from all kinds of places and just met in this place. But how do they have power? It's because we have Africans amongst us who have given up our rituals, who have given up our artifacts that give us power, that have given up our way of life. And this is how these people manage to subdue us, because these Africans carry out the rituals on their behalf. The traitors, those are the ones that were betraying us. Those are the ones that betrayed our kings. Remember how our kings got killed? Remember how the British would know where to find this person, where to find which people are supposed to be the protectors of the king, how they were able to break us. It was because they went through us. Our whole energy is being directed at the wrong person. And that's why we're not seeing much of a change. Because for us, we keep looking at the white person as being the problem. Yesterday I watched a show. Was it this morning? This morning I watched Dr. Mumbi. And she was talking about how Rome is blocking the process of the next spirituality. Us supposed to be the next spirituality. That there's a way in which they are blocking it. Rome is only doing what the elite Africans have told them. These elite Africans know that if we take over, they have no chance. They have no chance. So they keep betraying us. They go behind our backs and go to this Bazungu and betray us. Everything that the Muzungu knows, he knows it from an African. Otherwise, there is no way they would have spiritually managed to break us. So brothers and sisters, African brothers and sisters, you that is the black sheep, you that is the sacrifice of the family, okay? Now when we are praying to the Most High, we have to ask the Most High to bring down his hammer upon the elite Africans, the ones that are giving up our lands, our wealth, our minerals, because it's fellow Africans who have betrayed us. It's not really the white man. The white man would have never managed us. White man doesn't have a strong spirituality. There was no way the white man could have ever managed us if it wasn't for the African traitors. Me, I'm telling you, I saw this on YouTube, on Instagram yesterday, the Pope kneeling for Africans, typical African. Do you understand? When I saw it, I just thought, what? That's when all that the Spirit has been teaching me made so much sense. We are the strongest people, spirit-wise. We are the strongest people, Africans. On this planet, we are on this continent, on this planet, Earth, we are the strongest spiritual people. So for Bazungu to be able to subdue us is because amongst us, the traitors have gone and given up our information, our spirituality. Okay? And they have done this through the church. Through the church. People go to the church and they go and they start counseling you, and then whatever it is that you have as a gift, those are the people that take it from you. Yeah, because you trust that the church is doing the right thing for you. No one has even subdued us more than the church. But if the church elite are the same ones who are betraying us, then why would they take your gifts from you? They take them. So brothers and sisters, now when you're directing your thought process, your vibes, direct them towards the African elite, not the Mzungu. The Mzungu is a very small thing. Once the black elite fall, the Mzungu has nothing. He has nothing to go by, because spiritually we are already stronger than him. Okay? So I had this message. I wanted to give it this morning, but I'm a teacher, so I'm kind of really busy throughout the day. But I've given it now. So please, as you meditate, as you pray, ask the Most High to subdue, to bring down his hammer upon the African elite, the ones that have become the sellout, the ones that have sold us out, the ones that have given away our lands and our minerals and the ways of our people. Our cultures were rich, we were good people. They have managed to dismantle us, and this is why the African never want to work with this fellow African. This is why you will make things and Africans can come look at your things and they would rather go and buy things from elsewhere, which are even low quality. Low quality, but they would rather buy for the Mzungu. Why? Because the same Africans have already given away your spirituality, and it is the elite African. Okay? So direct your thought and your energy to the right people. The elite African are the ones that have betrayed us. They are the ones that have a hand in us being recolonized. They are the ones who have given away our minerals. They are the ones who have given away our lands. And these families have been the same from when the Mzungu came here. It's in those same families. They can tell you that family of so-and-so, they are such strong Catholics. They have been in the church for, 50 years. Even the first church was built on their land. Those ones are the ones that have subdued us on behalf of the Mzungu. They are the ones who have given up the information about our spirituality. Okay? So the Mzungu is not a big deal. Let's look at the right person. It is the elite African. Okay? That's what I had come to tell you. Have a great evening.